Hey everybody, I'm Adam.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Kyle.
And today we're going to drink a lot of bourbon and watch 28 Days Later because I don't like the last bit of the movie and these guys like the whole movie. Ain't that right?
You get me so goddamn violent every time you say that. Every fucking time you say that. It gets me so angry.
We're born in Ohio.
I was going to say something really important right there. You cut him off.
Well, he can do it now.
No, it's good.
Well,
are we going to go watch the movie now? Or we're
no,
going to talk about...
we're drinking some bourbon
Yes.
because not only are we friends, but we also are bourbon buddies.
Yes.
That sounds really weird.
I know. What the fuck? What is the name of this?
I don't know. You bought it.
It's Jefferson's Reserve, but the shit that's aged in a wine cask. Have you had a sip yet?
No, I was waiting. I didn't know. I thought it
This
was a thing.
motherfucker already did.
I've had like 3.
God damn it.
Well,
I'm being polite
Mike,
here.
here we go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm gonna hit you anyway.
That's fine.
Dead air.
It's good. It's not too much of a burn, towards the end.
It's good. It's smooth.
Good.
All right. So, I guess we should introduce Kyle.
Yeah, introduce him.
Go for it.
What do you want? Oh, him introduce
Yeah,
himself.
who are you?
I'm not the guy editing the podcast. I am a Cincinnati native, born and raised, and I do animation, video, and basically every type of digital medium type of work. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I do. That's who I am.
He does art stuff too.
I do the art stuff.
Yeah, the art stuff.
Not like butt stuff, but
Well, it is
The art stuff.
the
he mingles.
the butt art stuff.
He mingles in the area.
Minkles the dingles.
Mingle the dingles. So we thought it'd be fun for our first guest episode to tackle a topic that's been very troubling for Mike. 28 Days Later. I don't like the movie because of the ending, and he loves the whole thing. And so does Kyle.
I didn't like any of the movie because the first time I saw the movie, I missed the first 15 minutes, and I
forgot it was the
and I didn't know that I missed the first 15 minutes. So when I walked into the theater, I walked into a dude hanging dong, and I was just like, bold opening scene, whatever, and then nothing made sense the whole rest of the movie. And I walked out and I was like, that was the dumbest movie I've ever seen. And then Mike made me come over and watch it one night, and I was like, has this always been in the movie?
I think I actually paused. Didn't I have to pause or something because you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, and now,
Yeah,
he appreciates it.
it's good.
You haven't watched it. You've only watched it once, right?
Yeah, because that's all I needed. I watched the sequel.
Did you like that one better?
I liked the second one better.
That's just because our guy from Trainspotting's in it. And
I've never seen Trainspotting.
why are we doing a goddamn fucking video? What? How have you never? I can't. Every fucking week we go through this every fucking time.
Yep. It's Kyle's favorite part.
It is. I love it.
These are.
You're gonna be doing this the rest of the episode. So
just go.
What we're gonna pause now and we're gonna watch 28 Days Later and we're gonna keep drinking and we're gonna come back and talk about it. So I really can't wait to see that opening dong hanging scene. Back soon. So that was a piece of shit.
God damn.
I'm just kidding.
Did your opinion change in the least from your first and only viewing?
I don't recall. Did I say specifically that I like the beginning of the movie, but I hate the end?
Yeah, you've always said you hated the end.
You said it went.
I'm just saying. At
total
the
fucking
beginning
Rambo.
of the fucking podcast, I don't remember if I explained it at the beginning of the podcast.
I think so.
I think. You
Okay,
did.
regardless, I said.
Normally, Kyle and I just never pay attention.
I know.
In general.
I know. Opinion the same. The ending sucks.
So what do you hate about the ending?
What do you?
It turns into another movie. I don't know. And it's
How does
easy.
it turn into another movie for you?
because all of a sudden it's Die Hard or Rambo in a military complex.
But it's not because he releases, like, he escapes, and then lets the infection kind of do its thing.
Yeah.
It's not like he's, like, systematically, like, sniping people and setting off bombs. And
They did have that scene at the barricade where they shot like he was. They almost shot him like he was one of the infected.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
which is stupid.
It's supposed to be that they had just arrived. They were coming in. They don't explain that.
And all of a sudden, he's
then they
an
see
assassin.
him getting ready to it.
But he doesn't even assassinate.
Okay, so
he kills the guy with a fucking tire iron.
Listen to me. The entire film long, what did they show you up until that point? That he's basically a pussy, right?
Yeah, and
he's
killed a
whining and
kid.
screaming the whole time. But what has he always wanted the whole time? To get to his mom and dad. Then he finds.
He does that in the first
then he finds
20 minutes.
Then he repositions his "I want my mom and dad" to this woman, and then this father and daughter, and now that's his family. So when he's about to lose everything again, after he already lost everything, he just
No. I know what the catalyst was. It's when he was fucking laying there and he saw the goddamn airplane. All of a sudden he's like, "Oh, there's something to live for."
sure. But they really.
But that doesn't give you the ability to all of a sudden take on a military squad.
Kyle, do you disagree that they really pressed that it's more about him reconnecting as these surviving other people as his family type deal thing, or how do you take it?
Well, I think it's both. Like,
Sure, it's definitely part of it. They made a point to show it.
yeah, it's like they held on him seeing the plane, and you're like, oh, the conspiracy theory sergeant was correct, you know? So you're like, the guy that they're all like, he's nuts, was actually correct about, like, oh, we're actually quarantined.
Yeah.
Like, everybody else is fine. But he's got that new relationship with Selena and Hannah. You know, R.I.P. Frank. Spoiler alert. But it's on me at this point.
Spoil this movie from 2002.
Yeah, it's possible.
But you get it from both sides. He's got a personal...
I know somebody else that gets it from both sides.
How did I know that was coming?
You get the personal relationship thing, but then you get, like, the broader species survival aspect. But it's like him jumping into survival mode. He's a bicycle messenger in London. Those dudes, I looked it up during the movie, they ride like 80 plus miles a day. That guy is shredded.
Yeah.
Like, he's physically capable, and he's super lightweight because of how shredded you get by doing a bike.
Yeah.
And so him going into survival mode, like, he's going to have the endurance, he's going to have the muscle mass to be able to, like, climb a wall or run really fast, you know, do that type of stuff. And when you're in survival mode, like, you're physically more capable. So it's like if you hit somebody in the head with a tire iron because it's like it's either you or them, that's not like an action hero like move, you know?
He was in a coma for 28 days at least.
Did you see the statue that I was trying to talk to you about?
Yeah.
Okay, now hear me out. So when they first walk into the mansion, like, they first go in there, like, go ahead and go inside, and they take a moment for him to look at that
You're
statue.
telling me if that guy knew history, he knew he was fucked.
So what I looked up is that statue, and I'll tell you what it is in a second, is actually extremely common in London. People have it in their homes, like little miniature replications and copies and stuff like that.
Like when you go to a sushi restaurant, they always have that cat with the hand up.
Could be. Anyway,
Kyle knows. He eats sushi.
what I think that the reason why the whole symbolism of that is that's actually after Lacoste is the guy's name, and he was with when the Trojans came in with Achilles and sent the horse in. He's the guy that kept telling them, "Don't let him send the horse in. There's something wrong with this." And so they've got the guy that's already infected with rage, already inside. He's the horse, and he thinks to himself later on. They keep showing that over and over again. That same statue. It's a way for him to let that loose and let the soldiers inside. They're already inside. He lets him loose and he just lets it go, man. How is that Rambo-esque? He's not taking them all out by himself.
Well, I mean, that's...
He didn't go after the general himself. He was just trying to get them out. That was his whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, they did that to cope with the fact that this guy is shouldn't be capable of taking on a bunch of military guys.
Agreed, yeah. But they did
But in
show
all
they were
likelihood,
kind of
he should
children the
have
whole
never
time, too.
got that far.
What would happen with you? Like, you're sitting around.
I would
on
have
your
like
computer,
me
you just-
against a bunch of like.
You would just leave me and Kyle there to get raped?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know what we're gonna do with him now.
But I mean, think about it.
But they'll be going for Kyle first because you don't have an ass.
And I'm the small guy. Mm-hmm. But I mean, think about if you were in that situation and it was your wife inside.
Sure.
You would make an honest attempt to even if you thought it was futile, you would make an honest attempt to go after her.
Yes, but that's
And-
different than. I mean, he knew this woman for 3 days.
What else does he have? Tell me. If he doesn't have them, what else does he have?
The drugs that they kept carrying around.
No, they were all up in that room.
It's all up in the room. It's all completely
Well,
decimated.
maybe
He's
that's
got
what he's trying
nowhere
to save.
go.
He
And-
wants the drugs.
And the guy in charge told him they are literally surrounded. And it was just blind luck that they got in with the car anyway. He's not going anywhere. He either gets
Yeah.
them out.
I do got to commend the bad guy for being incredibly honest once, like, Cillian Murphy's character's like, something's up. And he's like,
Yeah.
well, the area's surrounded, and I promised these guys there'd be chicks to bang. Like he didn't really hide it. Like, once
No, I liked the writing of this film.
Once the jig was
very
up.
much. Yeah.
that was my worry. Like, my worry was, like, after seeing some of this guy's newer movies that he's done after this, like Dread and Ex Machina and Annihilation, that I was going to renege on my feelings about this movie.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I'm
gonna jump
holding true.
across this
I'm
table.
holding
No,
true.
You're just being a hater.
No, I really like the first 2/3 of the movie. I don't know. It was, to me, it's a weird place to end the story arc. Like, because really it's basically say, like, the chick is like, everything's fucked. It's just about living. And at the end of it, it's like when he's like kissing her and shit, he's like, not everything's fucked. And the point is like, there's always hope. Kind of.
He's
that's
been trying
kind
to
of the
spread
theme.
that since he met her, though. Like,
No, he
she's
wasn't.
She's always been from the get-go. He even told her from the get-go, I wouldn't leave them. I don't even know these people, and I wouldn't leave them. And
Well, that's
she's
because
basically
he's
saying she's
been,
going to
like-
slow him down.
She's experienced it for 28 days. And he's fresh. He's still on old world terms.
Kyle, you tell me what his problem is.
I have no idea. I really don't. But like, I do agree with like he's 28 days behind her.
Sure, I
in that
completely
survival
agree with
mindset.
that. Yeah.
And so it's like he almost like auto latches on
Yeah, well, absolutely.
because it's like you guys are alive. This is it. Where Celine is like, no, it's like we're just gonna end up killing them, or they're gonna get us killed.
Yes.
And so, he lets them in, she doesn't. And then she comes around. Yeah. But then he's got that catalyst to like, where all of a sudden he's like, it's survival now.
Yeah, how do you not see? You're saying I get the catalyst part, but you don't get that it's survivalist now, which is exactly what.
Also, do you think
Would you have liked it better if they would have killed him?
if they would have killed who?
At the end of the film, Cillian Murphy.
No, well, jumping back, because now that I'm thinking about it, it's 20. Do you really think society would fall that hard in 28 days later? Like, 28 days later, those fucking soldiers like, fuck, I need something to bang. The world's gone to shit. And they turn into this just crazy group in 28
I think
fucking
they were trying
days.
to point out that there was the amount of life that was lost that quick left them what soldiers remained as.
Yeah.
This is it. This is like there's 7 of us and the guy in charge. I don't want to keep calling him a general, but I guess maybe that's kind of what he was for the ROTC. I'm going to call those guys.
Yeah,
They're basically
I
just
don't know.
kids.
You can just call him Doctor Who. He was Doctor Who for like a fucking couple seasons.
I think he was just trying to say, because his whole thing with when he was taking him through the tour was rebuilding society. And so his whole pitch to his guys said that they stayed there and kept maintaining the place. So we're going to find women, we're going to repopulate, we're going to do this.
But like all over the course of 28 days?
But they hit
hard
on
as
it.
a rock after 36 hours. I mean,
They hit on it though.
Rub it out.
Where they had said that it went worldwide.
yeah.
And so it's like early.
They
early
said that
on,
like early in the movie, but then the
But you're following
the climax.
Jim. You got to know what Jim knows.
Right,
Jim's
the
heard-
climax, like, oh, he sees a plane, He listened to the one good soldier say like, we're just fucking quarantined. How did it get the fuck out of this island? How did it cross mountains? How to do this? So that's like the implication is that guy was right in the end, and that's what Cillian Murphy's character latched onto, and what sent him into Rambo mode. I should say John McClane mode, not Rambo mode.
Because he had bare feet?
No.
Is that what it was?
Well, he did have bare feet.
Did you see him step on
he's
any
covered in
glass?
blood.
And a no shirt, and he was covered in blood. How the fuck did he not get infected? He's covered in fucking blood.
I will say from the very first time when they break into the house, I thought that was a little too close because he got 2 people on him who were getting hacked as shit. Mm-hmm. That was pushing it. There should have been like one that was like at his waist, like tackle him down. So that was a direction issue, I think. But
yeah.
But you can't shit on the film as a complete whole.
No, I don't. I've never shit on the film as a complete whole, really. I've said I liked the first 2/3, didn't like the last third. And the writer's other movie, Sunshine, same thing. Didn't like the ending of that movie. But somewhere along the line, he got good at closing the movie out. Because then we got Dread and, Annihilation and Ex Machina.
Well, that's not... Danny Boyle directed this film.
I'm talking about the writer.
You're talking about the writer. Yeah.
What else has Danny Boyle directed?
He directed the James Franco film where he was trapped in the canyon forever and
Never
cut his
saw that
arm.
one.
Oh my God, fucking goddamn it!
Come on, you can't call that one a fucking...
Trainspotting,
okay,
of course.
I know
that is a
one.
must film.
Okay.
I'm serious. Kyle, would you agree he needs to see Trainspotting?
Kyle was shaking his head yes for people that can't see him.
Yeah. Yep.
He's directed Sunshine.
I didn't like Sunshine.
Slumdog Millionaire.
That was okay.
I actually didn't see that. I think that's his
okay.
only film I never saw.
I feel like that was
saw half of it.
It was overhyped. It's good, but it's like.
And he directed the Olympics from 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
How do you direct the Olympics?
Well, he did the music thing with Muse, and
okay,
you knew about that, Kyle, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the one that was in where was that? Was that in London when they did that one? Danny Boyle did the whole opening, opening ceremony.
Yeah, because they played that Survive song that Paul McCartney played.
Okay. Also, one thing I don't like about it, now that I'm glad we watched it and got it fresh in our minds, especially like drinking booze. But the chick was like a badass to begin with, and then she becomes the stereotypical damsel in distress at the end of the movie.
Because she let herself start to care about people.
So when you start to care, you start to not...
She stops just thinking about herself and just surviving to, I want you to survive and I want her to survive.
But isn't that what happened with Cillian Murphy, and then he fucking kills some people?
Right.
He turns into a badass?
Okay, but she's trying to save the little girl who is maybe supposed to be like if I'm gonna say 14 or 15 in this.
Yeah,
she's about to get raped.
Yeah,
by
I'd say like mid-teens.
8 guys. So, what did you expect her to do there? They've all got guns. That literally the whole time.
I'm just saying, like it became like role reversal. All of a sudden, the dude became like the badass, and she had to like become the damsel in distress.
If they did not have the girl Hannah in this film, all right, the Hannah character, I think she would have fought.
Back.
I think she would have fought back and got herself killed the whole time.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just the fact that she was trying to help her.
Yeah, and that whole giving her the drugs to like, so you don't care.
Yeah,
that was dark as shit.
Dark as shit.
Dude, the whole movie's bleak. Like
it is.
Yeah, and I will give it. I'll give the movie tons of credit for being as low budget it is, doing what they did with the movie.
I loved a lot of the camera angles, and
I thought they overused the Dutch angle deal, the whole diagonal shit. It's like, okay, because that's supposed to make you feel easy, and I mean that's the purpose of it, but they overused it. It became just kind of like shot.
When somebody mentions this film, I literally picture a lot of those framed shots compositionally, and the one I think of most actually is when they show Hannah in the red dress running down that dark hall.
I didn't like the fucking like ruby, like almost like what you'd expect if Dorothy ran by, like the sound effect they did in the soundtrack. There was like almost like a little xylophone or like harp
chime,
or something.
like
chime. Yeah, and I was like, that was weird.
Just let the man be an
There
artist.
could have been a wind chime outside. It was
Yeah,
storming.
dude.
No,
It was
they
storm.
did it
Did you see
again
that
later
rain?
on.
Did you see that rain coming down?
What rain? What the fuck? No. Which, well, no, in the movie, I thought, for some reason, I thought you were talking about here, like, we're in a basement, there's no fucking windows.
Do you see it?
Do you see the rain? Which, in that one shot of the rain, I felt like some of the rain was digital. Either that or they were filming at a weird shutter speed.
I love
the
those
rain
shots.
looked almost
There's
like...
a couple shots through
It kinda
where
looked
the
like,
shutter speeds either intentionally off or just off.
It was
because
like,
it's low budget and you can't go back to reshoot.
But do you
Well,
not like
I
the way
feel like that
looks,
was
though?
almost stylistic. I feel like it was like Saving Private
The
Ryan.
up close on Jim when they would do the up close on Jim because of his blue eyes.
You know?
And the fucking rain coming down.
Where if you crank that shutter up.
Yeah, that opening scene of Saving Private Ryan, it felt like the same style, that same shutter speed, where it almost felt
It almost feels stop motion.
it feels like a little choppy.
Yeah.
I do like that you're comparing this film to that. That's good.
Well, that's a much better film.
But it made you think of that.
Sure, like if one movie has like a similar style to like another movie, like yeah, I can mention it.
This film looks like it was. They did the same style, much more artistically, like the Night of the Living Dead, the old.
Yeah, it had that feel.
Early '80s, late '70s movies, and I love that. It was 2002, and I love that they shot it like that.
Yeah, Time hasn't done the effects of the movie very well, but they were pretty low budget. Like you can definitely tell the matte paintings and the green screen, like it has that hard line on the outside, but I will not fault the movie for that, especially because $8 million and make a movie like that.
And they made you feel completely alone,
job.
right?
Oh yeah.
Like what?
On that point, the thing I hate is like one thing of like watching the beginning again because I really like I said, the first 2/3. It was a little long to me, but the first part where I know it's to set the story, like this should show that like people are gone, but there's no fucking dead body anywhere. In the whole first however long, and then later on when they're traversing, like they're fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
and I know that was for the purpose of setting up this whole like there's a big change. Like he wakes up and like this is weird. What's going on? And you don't see dead bodies until he goes into that church, which is creepy as shit.
They wanted to set up to the church. Yes,
right.
But I agree with you. As much walking as they did, and as long as they took all of those shots. Yeah.
How much of that $8 million did Pepsi pay for?
Yeah.
I mean, there were so many Pepsi cans, and they even got a fucking name shout out as a line of dialogue.
Dude, $8 million, dude. You take what you can get.
Sure. But like, yeah, I like the people involved. I like Cillian Murphy a lot, especially Peaky Blinders is so fucking good.
I always forget
Cillian? It's like a CH sound.
Yep. It's Irish. It's
I have no idea how to. I said Cillian, Killian. It's Chillian.
It's Cillian Murphy.
Yeah. Chillian like a villain.
I always forget he's in this movie. Every time I see this movie, I'm like, hell, he's in this every time.
He's such a good actor.
He is.
Though.
I love him. He's great.
Like he makes me in this movie. He makes me want to smack the shit out of him at the beginning for how much of a whiny bastard he is, and then you love him to death. At least I do, and maybe Kyle.
No, I'm not faulting any of the acting except maybe the little girl, but that's when they had her like have to be like drugged. I don't know. It was a weird thing, but like I think all the performances are great. I just don't like the direction of the third act. To me, it kills it. And when did she become a seamstress?
What would you? You don't know how long they were in that house.
29 days ago.
Yeah, 28 days later after he fucking got shot and stuff.
Actually, I would love. Did they say a time gap?
Yeah, they did 28 days later again.
28 days later again.
Yeah.
Okay. How many weeks is 28 days?
Oh, for fuck's
Jesus
sake.
Christ, son.
See, this is you fucking
I'm trying to figure out.
8 weeks
It's
total.
8 weeks, dude.
Yeah,
So
I'm trying to
28
figure
days
out
is 4 weeks.
8 days total for the film.
The chronological order, like with the sequel being 28 weeks later. I just want to know when they got discovered by whatever. Do you think? I can't remember. In the sequel, are they in London? Like the safe zone?
They're still within. I think. Are they in Scotland? No, they're not in Scotland.
They're in some major city though.
They're in some major city. I know it's some connecting port. Somehow the virus has gotten itself over to the mainland, more of the mainland, and
Fuck, that bourbon's gone.
and then did you ever watch the sequel?
I believe so. I believe we watched both the one night.
Oh, that's right.
They had that
That's
cool
right.
helicopter. Fuck these zombies.
Yeah,
Fucking shot. Although
they're infected with rage.
infected with rage, and I have to make fun of that when they first say that. They lead
Yeah, because you fucking laughed again.
Well,
I
yeah,
watched
'cause,
you
like,
laugh. For
there's
the
like a
second
hard
fucking
pause.
time.
Like this guy's gonna say something amazing. He's like, "Affected with the what?" And like, rage. Like, what? It just came off stupid.
Well, it's because listen to me. He needed a pause because he's thinking to himself, it's just like you. If I was about to tell you that fucking Kyle over here has a disease and you're like, what the fuck is wrong
I'd
with
be
him?
like,
And
yeah,
I'm like, I'm trying to think of some way that he's not going to be able to control himself. He's super pissed off. He's going to want to fucking bite you. Whatever the fuck is wrong with him, he's going to give it to you. And I don't mean gonorrhea this time. So I would say he's infected with rage. Right? He's going to pause. I'm going to pause.
You know, that guy would have got more results if he said that monkey has AIDS. They wouldn't release that monkey.
That's true.
Like let's say like this thing
Don't
is
let him tear apart
No,
this.
this
I'm
thing is
just-
infected with something that nobody would think you can infect something with, because you think of rage as an emotion.
I will go with
that
you
would
on
be
this.
street smarts, and that
That would
guy
be
was a
street-
scientist.
Yes.
And
Yeah, he was like,
no
this is
bueno
what's
on
happening.
street smarts.
That'd have been really good writing. I agree with you. That would make sense if it was somebody else saying
Although
it's AIDS.
I would have still laughed. He'd be like, the monkey's infected with AIDS.
Then it would, yeah, then it would, then it would have just been ridiculous.
Oh shit. True, but well, and it's funny because I kind of forgot that this whole movie starts because of essentially like a animal rights group.
Yeah.
And
It's like Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, you know, with the...
that guy said he'd fuck a sheep. He's not one of them. Shit. But it's funny because it's like they're trying to do the right thing and they unknowingly set forth the apocalypse. What does that say? Like, what's the message to PETA?
That's, you know what? I will give you... That's a solid point.
I don't
Sometimes
care
The
how-
right thing isn't
yeah.
the right thing.
Yeah. I don't care how long this episode goes because we're kind of
Kyle,
going.
how much do you like
is the
this film?
topic.
Just tell me.
I like it a lot.
All right.
I wouldn't put it in my top 10.
It's not my top
Oh,
10.
hell no.
No, it's not.
But and it's not something that I watch frequently. Like I've only seen it maybe 4 times. But every
I've
time
seen
I
it
watch it,
half those times.
I enjoy it. Except for the first time. The first time I was just like, the whole time, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, dude wakes up naked. There's nothing. Are these zombies?
Yeah.
Is this
I
the
don't-
first time they did like fast zombies?
I think this was.
I'm doing quotation
Because that was the
fingers,
thing
by
that
the way.
people mostly had a problem with is like zombies can't run.
Well, because
But then Dawn of the Dead sequel, the guy did this. He took
yeah,
off of this.
was that after
Snyder.
this?
Yeah, Snyder was after this.
Yeah, because like I mean, in high school and college, I watched a ton of like B and C level zombie movies like all the time.
Yeah.
So we thought this was a zombie movie, and we showed up late, and so missing that, like, they were like testing these like this like infectious disease on these animals and seeing what it does to them and seeing how to cure it and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah.
You miss that it's like a man-made thing.
Yeah.
And it's not like this, weird epidemic that the dead are coming back. So when they're like, he's infected, and it's like, oh, like a zombie's infected. Like you get infected when you bit or when you die and you come back, you're infected with whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Didn't know that. And then it was just super weird to see him like get all twitchy and fast and to do all that kind of jazz. And you're just like, dude, this is a zombie movie. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
But you don't, like, I didn't have that set up. So that, like, the whole time was just completely disorienting. So I just didn't buy into any of the characters, the story, nothing. And then, it's just like
then it ends happy in a British pasture.
Did you see the original ending of it before they did two endings? The actual
I
original.
feel like I have, but you have to.
Jim's dead.
Okay.
It's just the two women.
He dies with the gut shot, doesn't he?
He dies with a gunshot. Yeah.
Yeah.
They try to save him when they do the cut to the hospital. He just flat out dies. And it's
I
just
think
the
you
two
showed
of
me
them.
that.
I bet that didn't test well.
Oh, maybe I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people like,
They want a happy ending.
they want a happy ending.
I
I
would
want a
say,
happy
like-
ending. I want at least 2, 3 a week.
Yeah, of course you do. Don't pay too much.
I'll take one right now.
Nope.
Nope. Not it. I will say, like, the thing about doing, like, since it's in the zombie genre, but the fact that it's a virus and these people aren't the undead, they're alive, but, like, what I understand is, like, the virus basically just kicks in, like, the over aggressive side.
It's like roid rage, man.
Where you just
without the
want to,
muscles.
you just need to feed and whatever. That has more potential than I think the normal zombie movie, just because the normal zombie movie, when you like at least how The Walking Dead handles it, if you die, everyone has the virus no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're bit or not. When you die,
yeah,
you still become a zombie.
Yeah.
The fact that this is, if you get bit, that's it. Like, you're a rage creature, but at least gives a potential ending for humanity, like in the good way. Like, they could overcome this because if all the virus is eradicated, humanity won. But in, like, The Walking Dead, it's like that's something you always have to fucking keep track of. As soon as somebody that grandma died, we better stab her in the fucking head.
it's true.
Yeah.
And bringing up The Walking Dead, I had to double check this when Walking Dead was first published. It was after this.
Oh,
And they
okay.
have a very similar opening of the main character waking
do.
up in a hospital.
Yep, they do.
So
it was after. I was always wondering that later on.
It's literally 1 year later.
Okay.
Of course, Kirkman could have been writing this at the same time. That it's like how you see movies with the same idea coming out at the same time. It's just like people that just happen.
Armageddon
sometimes.
and Deep Impact.
Yeah.
Which one
Mike's
do you like
familiar
better?
Mike's familiar with Deep Impact.
Because I give it to you.
Deep Impact's the better movie, but
yes, no, I completely agree.
but Armageddon is the more
because of Bruce
entertaining
Willis
movie.
or because of Ben fucking Affleck?
No, because of fucking Steve Buscemi.
All right, you can't hold Steve against me, man. He's
Or
got a special
because-
place in my heart.
I was like 13 and Liv Tyler in a bra. Come on, man.
God damn it, am I that fucking? God, I'm so
And
fucking
didn't he
old.
like do some stupid shit with like a
little girl and
no like a teddygram on her, like by her navel or something, like when they were having their little picnic, like he's moving something around her like fucking body.
Probably.
Yeah.
oh Jesus Christ! You know what I just did? I crossed
Streams.
Con Air
Oh.
with Armageddon.
Well, they're kind of interchangeable in a way.
so
Same
did you
style.
seen Con Air?
Oh,
Kyle?
have I seen Con Air?
I mean,
Come
it's an
on.
Air.
amazing film. But Steve Buscemi's character is a fucking creep. And you said teddy bear drizzle on her belly, but I immediately cut to the like fucking 10-year-old girl.
Oh yeah, the teddy bear and the.
And I'm going-
or no, it's a bunny in Con Air.
Yeah, and I was like, did he trace that on her belly? Did they show that on film?
No, that's creepy as shit.
He's so amazing.
I will admit, this second time, like, because this is only the second time I've watched this movie.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it more this time.
All right, good.
But I
That's-
still have the same feeling about the third act. I think part of it's because I have more respect for the writer now after like seeing more of his body of work, and then I love Cillian Murphy. It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right. I agree. I used to call him Cillian Forever, and then I'm like, you know what? For some reason, I feel like I'm not saying his name right, and I looked, and it's
Those names are weird because like that chick who's the lead in Lady Bird,
yeah.
her name's Saoirse. But if you were looking at it like as an American idiot, like looking at it, it looks like Sarissa or something, but it's Saoirse.
Can you speak for yourself when you say American idiot?
How would? Well, I'll show you the fucking spelling, and you tell me how you would have fucking said it. Any other?
Kyle, you have anything else to say about this
the
film?
movie?
That look, it's probably my
Oh,
top.
can't this be like a bit of a truce, a ceasefire on this movie? I
you
said
said
like
you liked it a little bit
I
more.
liked it a little better. I respect certain things about it.
I don't expect you to love it. I don't even care if you don't love it. I just want you to say, you know what, it's a good film.
It's okay.
It's a good film.
Thank you, Kyle.
It's okay.
I really like the music.
I was going to say, right?
So, let me tell you
the-
why I like the music.
Yeah, tell me.
So, I like the music because it also reminds me of the best bleak video game ever, The Last of Us.
Yeah.
It's got that like really atonal guitar
Yep.
kind of
Which
vibe
they
going on.
obviously borrowed from, which good. 'Cause
Well,
they needed.
Last of Us is
Is it way older?
no. This is older than
Yeah.
Last of Us.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So Last of Us definitely borrowed,
Yeah.
or stole or whatever from this movie,
Yeah.
or was inspired by,
I'm good with, yep.
But there's just something. There isn't a whole lot of orchestration and things like that. Like it adds to the depravity of the rest of the movie that there's like a single instrument until shit hits the fan, and then it gets like a little heavier. You get a little percussion in there, and the guitars go distorted. I like that.
Same. I loved it. What did you
I
think
thought
about it?
I thought the beginning of the movie was a little too reliant on music, but it's just when it's just one single person,
Because
I
they're trying
understand
to,
like
they're
that's
trying
what
to
they do.
punch you in the face with how alone he is.
It's empty. There's nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I know in the beginning where like they kept on ramping up the music, ramping it up until he finally saw his first rage infected thing.
priest,
Yeah.
father.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that was a good scene, but when they go to his parents' house and they have that music there, I don't know. I thought that was a little too much there. But the first part when it's just him, but once they brought in other people, I thought they should have killed it a little more. They did. They do end up doing it at a certain point, but they didn't do it soon enough for me. Do you have your final piece on this movie? Or did you already say it?
What do you mean? What do you mean my final piece? What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to wrap this up.
I love the way the way the movie is shot. I love the soundtrack to it. I think it works perfectly, from silence to, like Kyle was saying, single instrument, to when it gets into the heavy intense. There's more people around. There's more shit going on, and it builds and builds on that. I love the shots in it. I know Danny and his cinematographer were trying out all kinds of artsy shit, but because of the way that the film is shot overall, it gives me that, like I said, that late 70s, early 80s vibe.
I like the style. I
think
thought
it
some of it
just
was a little overused, but I liked the style a lot.
works really well. I like the change in the character, which you don't like, but I don't look at it as a change. I think we all have a switch, and his flipped because he got to the point where
I just don't think he had enough Pepsi and Skittles to get that much energy up. And
Or he had too many Pepsis and Skittles.
Yeah. Like he's Beavis.
He's the great Cornholio.
Great fucking Cornholio.
Full circle.
Full circle.
now, if Tom Hardy had been the leader of the military group,
Yeah.
I would have said this movie was good.
All right, you're a dick. All right, because you know what? You could put Tom Hardy in any.
I think that's my point. There's nothing against Eccleston. That guy's good too. He's great at being a
you
creep.
can't say that because Peaky Blinders is amazing first season, and he's not even.
Yeah, but once he comes in it, man, it really fucking. Any scene that him and Chilean, I can't fucking do it.
Just keep calling him Cillian.
I'm just calling him Scarecrow. Him and Chilean, any scene where those two are in together,
Yeah.
fucking gold.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but.
Okay, we kind of like we're done with the movie, right?
Yeah,
and
we're
we're
done
running
with the
long, and
movie.
I was okay with running long. So
So until next time.
no,
Oh, sorry.
we usually close with what we're doing. You dumb piece of shit. God damn it!
All right.
This is what happens when I leave it to you to like. You'll feel when it's right to close.
You know what? I'm never going to get it right for you. I
No,
just won't.
last episode you did great.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So one time out of however many times you've been closing it so far.
Is it time for me to say it now yet?
No.
Oh,
What do we do before we close?
We're gonna let Ben go.
Like we
Kyle.
talk about what we got going on.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah. All right. I am going to do some writing in another.
You're
week
kind
and a
of
half.
rude. We should give our guests the chance first.
Oh, sorry. I think you fucking looking right at me. What am I supposed to?
You're looking at him, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know, because he was talking.
Jesus.
If I looked
Kyle,
at you,
what
he
are
would have
you
kept
doing?
fucking talking.
Kyle, what are you? Would you please tell us what you're doing?
What I'm working on is, excuse me, getting over some
Oh, I know.
some shit. But now I'm working on my very first short animated film, and so that's fun. So I'm getting into right now. I'm learning all the visual effects elements that I have to do. So like smoke, fire, water. So I spent the last week learning a really complicated program to do that. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on.
I'm gonna give you another 2 weeks. I've been waiting a while to watch the completed
Completed what?
film of that you're doing, and it's taking a really long time.
Dude, it's not going to be done for a really long time.
I'm giving you 2 more weeks.
I think hold on. I think I've asked you this before. Are you ever gonna do like a production blog or anything like that?
Yeah, when I'm much closer, when I'm in like the final throes of the edit.
Okay.
Because I don't want to...
Whenever you do that, we want to give it a shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
And post it.
Yeah, yeah. It's just knowing that I'm about a year and a half deep into the effort, and I have at least another year and a half of work,
Right.
probably, unless I get like insanely good at everything tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't want to start something that's like
Right.
if I do like minuscule things that are meaningful for the film, but the average viewer can't tell, like that's a dumb blog post. So I don't
So
want to
you
start.
want to have more of your shit together before you start posting, unlike how we released Clown Face and Gas Mask.
Here we go. God damn.
It's just that's a whole other thing.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
We already opened that can of worms last episode, like a couple ago.
How come you never talk about your zombie book?
Yeah,
Oh,
why don't you
fuck.
ever talk
Yeah,
about
never.
your fucking zombie book?
Well, maybe next time. Well, because we don't have it for sale anywhere because
You guys took it off?
yeah.
Why?
Because we had it set up as an LLC because there was 4 of us involved, and it ended up costing more money to have the book available than to not have it available.
Just re-put it back up there, man.
Well,
I'm
we'd have to
making
do it as like,
millions.
yeah,
You have
I'm
no
sure
idea.
you are.
You have
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah, we'd have to have it as a single person, and if people bought it, we'd have to have that person like fucking pay other people. I don't know.
Did you sign any paperwork with these people? I know they're family, but
One's family.
right.
So you could kill the other two.
No,
Exactly.
like with the typical business, you have like an operating agreement, and like I had that drafted up.
Was it verbal?
It was fucking written, and it was never signed because by the time like we were ready to do that, we fucking closed.
Then what's the problem?
Fuck you. The problem is I'm a good fucking person.
Oh.
Sucker.
Yeah, asshole.
By the way, Kyle just said sucka, and you called me the asshole. This is...
Oh, for
Yeah.
whatever reason, I just.
This is how it's always
I
been
know,
with
for
the
whatever
three of
reason,
us.
I thought
You
he was on
always
my
think
side.
it's just me, and Kyle's always on your side. That's what
Yeah.
you always think.
I just believe what I want to hear, or hear what I want to believe. Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to give any shout outs to any like social shit that people could follow you on, or do you not want people to follow you?
No, I mean
Just-
you can find me on
To me.
Just give me the option.
Twitter _Kyle Brown or Tweedle84 on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me, man.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, it's me.
Mike,
What?
what do you got going on?
Not a god.
now
Oh,
you
just-
can go.
You're an asshole. I'm just working, man. I'm writing some more. I'm taking some time, and basically a little over a week. I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Yeah, so don't fucking bother me. So
Ooh,
yeah,
you
I
going
won't-
out to Stanley?
I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go somewhere. What? Yeah.
How
so
long
we're
you gonna
gonna
be gone?
We're gonna have to record earlier. I'm 4 days.
You didn't even fucking.
I've been trying
me.
to work this in. I've been telling you the last how many texting.
I told you,
my,
you're not
my work
committed.
schedule's been shit lately.
You're not committed.
Am I here now? Was I here earlier? Was I here the? Thank you. See, do you see this right here?
Was there booze
Kyle's?
promised?
No, see, that's exactly the reason why I show up.
All right. Well, okay.
What about you,
Well, that's good.
Adam?
I got jack shit. I built a Lego set, and I'm gonna do a time lapse video. That'll be cool.
That's exciting.
Sure.
Oh, did he ever show you his Tron Legos, by the way?
That's the
Kyle?
one I'm going to do the one of.
No.
God, they're fucking awesome.
I'll
You
take
gotta
a
show
go
you
over
after
these.
this.
All right, get just.
Okay. Time to shine.
Is it
Time to
right
shine,
now?
motherfucker.
Do I go now?
Yeah.
Until next time. Thank you for letting us in your ears.
You're supposed to say, oh, you're also
No,
supposed to say
you
we're
always
born in
try to
Ohio.
fucking correct me. Just let me do it the way I do it. Okay, until next time, Borden, Ohio.